So Timo Burnham writes a book, and what happens? Well, I geek out over the Scythe, that's what. Greetings, salutations, and other big words. My name's Ethan, my handle is Wrangler. Welcome to Frequency Studios. I recently finished reading The Black Saint by Timo Burnham, and this book was a lot of fun. So no big preamble or anything. I'm just going to jump right into it. Let's go over to Amazon and check out his book, and then I can gush about it after we read the blurb. There we go. Okay. Here we are, The Black Saint. The young Theo Animanth has a sixth sense, the ability to feel those close to him. But will it be enough to keep him safe when he comes face to face with the most powerful noble in the city? He will have to train both body and mind if he hopes to stand any chance. Will he end up floating out the city as a corpse, or will he rise and become a legend? Read on and find out. The Black Saint is perfect for fans of Brandon Sanderson and Brent Weeks. All right, yeah, so this is, the setting is a medieval fantasy setting, but it's within a city, and for a fantasy, it is fairly grounded. Now, the world, it really does feel lived in. The character interactions are phenomenal. Theo is a great character. He was great. We got to see him grow and struggle, and he had to deal with a lot of things at once. I mean, for example, you saw his sixth sense. He grew up in the country, and he moves to the city. He can feel all that crowd closing in on him all the time. So not only is he dealing with a culture shock, but his skin is crawling because he could feel where everybody is around him in his immediate area. But he's not the only one with this. They call them gifts. There are other people populated in this throughout this world with who have similar gifts. For example, one has the ability to see heat. Another has the ability to heal quickly, a healing factor. And another has enhanced strength. And there are many different types of, many more subtle. One has such an enhancement in proprioception that it allows him to, like, he can move like a ninja. But the neat thing about this is we find out later on why people have abilities like this, why it tends to run in a family. In fact, Theo, he's a very fair-minded person and very pig-headed, kind of in a good way, but he's also very naive. So when he first moves there and sees an obvious injustice and doesn't understand why everybody's not stepping up, there's much going on that he doesn't understand about the world. All those gray areas that, some people love and others hate, well, that's where it's all coming from, and that's what he has to learn to navigate. On top of that, he finds out that there was a family, his family was part of quite a feud, maybe not an out in the open feud, but there was some family history there that he has to settle that he doesn't even know about at first. And as he digs deeper and goes to confront the problems, as time goes on, he finds out that family history goes back much further than even he could have anticipated. Also, we got some cool creatures around the world, very similar to our own. For example, the horn jaws that pull the carriages. But my favorite, and one that happens to be Theo's pet, is a Scythe. Now, what's a Scythe, you might be asking? Well, I am happy to answer that. A Scythe is a felid creature, but it's quite different from any other type of cat you or I may be familiar with. Unless you've read the book, then you know right where it's going. In fact, why don't we just take a look right there? They get to be, I think, slightly smaller than a lion. As you can see, they're from cub to adolescence to adult. Aside from the blue skin and the longer ears, what really sets this critter apart from any other felid species is that tail. He could wrap the tail around something and pick it up like a fifth limb. So yeah, this cat was so cool, and I really hope we're going to get a follow-up to this. So let's get back over here. Let's take a look at a couple of reviews and see what other people are saying. I'm over here gushing, but let's see what else we got. Action-packed origin story set in an intriguing fantasy world. There's a great line in The Black Saint that nicely describes the character of Theo. There was something in him that simply could not let go. He rubbed at his scar. It was proof that he couldn't back down, even from unwinnable fights. This is the core of his character. It's there from the very beginning when he arrives in the vibrant but corrupt city of Alanthos. The son of disgraced country noble, he's young, built on the small side, naive and insecure. Yet he has an underlying sense of justice that causes him to march headlong into trouble when something wrong is afoot. That trouble is a villain named Mustaine, who starts out seeming like nothing more than a power-corrupted noble. He is revealed to be ever more sinister and evil as the story goes on. The stakes are high, and this guy must be taken down. Unfortunately, it's no easy task. Oh, wow. This is practically a book report, this review. I mean, obviously, this guy was into it. I'm not going to go through the whole review here, but a couple of the smaller ones we'll go over real quick. The Black Saint is an action-packed fantasy superhero mashup of refreshing and relatable characters and a gripping plot filled with mystery, danger, and romance. And one more. Fast-paced action novel. Timo did a great job of keeping the plot moving, which kept me engaged in the story. I'm looking forward to see future books he will write. As am I. In fact, that is not the only thing Timo has written. He's written a few other things. Let me pop over here to Amazon, another Amazon tab real quick. Make sure that swapped over properly. Yes, it did. Okay. Now, what we have here is Ascent of Mount Garun. Or Garun. I'm not sure if I'm saying that properly. The Masters of Hio. When young Ryu's life is violently ripped away, a chance meeting with a powerful and mysterious stranger gives him hope for a new life. Now he must make the journey to the great mountain of Garun. If he can reach the top and pass the entrance test, he will be accepted and trained by the greatest of all warriors. But the trip is dangerous and the climb up the mountain is a lethal challenge for many. Does Ryu have the strength of body and spirit, or will he fall like so many others? I have not read this yet, but after reading The Black Saint, I am looking forward to digging into this. Now, this seems to be a web novel. Here's episode 1. And as you go down, you can see there's episode 1, 2, 3, 4, see all episodes. Let's see, how many does he have up? Oh, he's up to 18 of them so far. Oh, nope, 19, my bad. So yeah, he's got other work out there. I will put the link to this web novel in the description along with the link to his book, The Black Saint. And yeah, so Timo, my hat's off to you, man. This was a great read, and I really do hope that you are planning to do a follow-up to that, because there's a lot in that world. You made that world seem very lived in, there's a lot to the city we hadn't seen, and who knows what's beyond the city. But I hope to revisit it one day. If you enjoyed this presentation, hit the like, and if you didn't, I appreciate you stopping by. I'll see you next time. God bless.